that business benefit is threefold. First of all, by knowing where you're aiming for, by knowing where you're going, you get much more clarity and confidence, and you can get traction on the fact that you know that actually we're going off to X, we're going off to London, whatever that destination might be. But it also helps you navigate the route to that destination. So along the, if we were to take the example of going to London, there might be 5 or 6 or 7 different ways that you could travel to London. But actually, there's only one way that's right, authentic, and aligned to your purpose and your values, your personal values. So this helps us navigate, being aligned helps us navigate that route, whether we go left or right, and helps people make the right decisions. I don't like using bad or good or right or wrong, but it helps people make decisions that are much more congruent with who they are and what the business requires, making things much more, much easier. It makes less friction, less barriers. And so the benefits to business are efficiency and focus and traction. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, where are you coming from? Are you coming from above or below the line? And what do we mean by that? You can ask yourself this question. You can also ask this question of your team. So this next slide, please, Sarah. So are you coming from above the line, which is positive, open, curious, playful, asking questions, testing things, being creative? This is all a positive look forward, where's the solution kind of approach. Or are you seeing you and your team acting and behaving below the line, which is from a victim perspective, feeling threatened, feeling defensive, wallowing in self-pity, being negative, not being able to find the solution, moaning about the problem rather than actually looking enthusiastically and being curious for the solution. This is often demonstrated by excuses or the blaming of others or the wanting to prove oneself right. And you'll hear that, well, I said last week that was going to happen, didn't I? That's a classic below the line perspective. So first of all, where are you coming from? Are you coming from above the line, curious, open, wanting to find solutions? Or are you coming from below the line, feeling defensive, feeling victim, feeling threatened? What we want to do is help you and your team spend more time above the line. There are 4 levels of consciousness. And the first one, where we go through all these 4 levels all the time, and we want to try and spend more of the time on the top 2, as me and through me. But actually, often our teams can be starting off from the to me. Life's happening to me. If this hadn't happened, I'd be okay. Or if the government didn't do this to me, I would be fine. Life's happening to the person. They have very little control. They also are not taking responsibility. So once you start to take responsibility, you move into the by me phase. And this is about where you make life happen. So you're taking a little bit more control. This feels like a much more positive place to be, but you're still focused on me. You're still focused on the selfish, the individual. If you can surrender that and start focusing on the wider society and the wider impact that you could have, and you cooperate with life, and life happens through me, you make things happen for others, activity, positive activity, changes in society. You don't wait for somebody else to do something. You decide you're going to do something for the greater good. That's cooperating with life, and that's surrendering to the we, not the me. And then finally, if you can do that with oneness, you move into the as me phase, which is actually life is me and I am life. And so if I do something that's detrimental to somebody else, I'm actually doing it to myself. If I'm actually going to harm somebody or do something in a negative way to stop somebody, to make a barrier for somebody, then I'm just doing that for myself, because we are life and life is us. So they're the 4 levels of consciousness. And obviously through the program, we want to help you spend more time in the top 2 and actually recognize the to me and the by me so that you can help your teams do something about them. We start by looking at the why. If you understand your purpose, then you understand what you're going to do, and it will direct you with your values and your goals to an end point, a successful point. And the key question here within the program we've developed, we want to be, as Sarah says, holistic and practical. And so we pepper the sessions with the killer questions and things for you to think about. So this slide here was just to demonstrate that point. What is your purpose? The killer question here would be, you are the person that's been put on this earth to do this one thing. And if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. What's that one thing? What's the purpose that you can spend your time, your skills, your energy, your knowledge? You're the only one that's got all that package that can do that thing. What's that thing that you do? Something to reflect on over the weekend. Sarah.
Yeah, very true. So having discussed the importance of committing to your inner work for becoming a conscious leader, we're going to talk a bit about the impact on others. So since shadow work involves confronting and integrating parts of yourself that have been repressed or denied, this process allows you to explore and come to terms with your personal struggles, your fears, and past traumas. By becoming more self-aware, you can better understand your own behaviors, your motivations, and how they may impact your relationship with others. So when you engage in the inner work, which is a part of becoming a conscious leader, you can become more attuned to your own emotions, your own needs, which can lead to better communication and healthier relationships. For example, you may become more comfortable expressing your feelings, your needs. You may use the tools you've learned to implement healthy boundaries. You may feel more comfortable being your authentic self. And again, using the right tools, you can manage difficult people, difficult conflicts between people and or teams, and in your personal life as well. So overall, the relationship you have with yourself is a powerful force that shapes your experiences and perceptions of the world. By changing yourself from within, you can manifest experiences that align with your new state of being and gain a greater sense of clarity and understanding about yourself and the world around you too. Now we're gonna briefly talk about the last pillar of conscious leadership in the program as well, which is the impact on the business. So being a conscious leader can have a profound impact on a business. Imagine an organization where all the people actually understand the interconnection between their mind, their body, and their soul. They've done the work to acknowledge and integrate their shadow aspects. They lead with a sense of integrity, values, ethics, and morality. And in the old world, we call it businesses have succeeded, even if they didn't prioritize these aspects. But in the world that we are evolving into, businesses that prioritize consciousness, empathy, and ethical practices will be the ones that will survive. And it is important for conscious leaders to have aligned purpose and goals, as well as values with the organization, because it helps to create a shared vision and it fosters a sense of unity as well as commitment within the organization. And I'm having a bright sun on me right now, which is great. When you purpose, when your purpose, your goals, and your values are actually aligned with those of the organization, it helps to create a sense of coherence, a direction that can help guide you to make the right decisions and take the right actions as well. So additionally, having aligned purpose, goals, and values can lead to greater employee engagement and motivation as well. So when employees feel that their work is aligned with their personal values and sense of purpose, they are more likely to be committed and obviously be more motivated to contribute to the organization's success. And it is also very, it is also where a culture of innovation can grow. And culture of innovation, as it's itself is very important. And a conscious leader will start focusing on employee well-being, mental health, because they will know that it will reduce the turnover rates, and people will feel supported and valued and contribute to its success as well. Last but not least, your dedication to become a conscious leader will help to create strong foundations for sustainable growth and success of your business as well. So prioritizing values, purpose, well-being, you can create a culture of trust, collaboration, innovation that actually supports the long-term success of the organization as well as stakeholders. So let's not forget that the culture, the values, and other attributes we associate the organizations with, they are in reality shaped by the people who make up the organization. So the organization will be as good as its people. So back to you, Nicola.
So finally, in the last minute, we just wanted to give you an outline of the project. So the program is going to start on Tuesday, the 23rd of May, and it's going to be at 1 o'clock every Tuesday for an hour and a half. The online sessions are split into 3 sections, as we just demonstrated within this short video. For you, self-awareness. For others, the impact you have on your team and on wider society. And then for the business, how this can help your business and improve your business. And at the end of the session, we hope that you've increased your organizational performance. You've had absolute peer-to-peer networking and collaboration opportunities. As you've probably gathered, we have very different styles, Sarah and I, and we believe that brings a uniqueness to the holistic, practical approach that Sarah was demonstrating and discussing. That practical, holistic approach brings real-life application toolkits to you. So there'll be models and exercises and things for you to think about that you can then apply with your teams and within your business to increase performance and focus. And all together, this gives you a confidence and a more authentic leadership. So I just want to thank you for joining us today. We hopefully see you on the program starting next May the 23rd. And until then, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact Sarah or myself, and we're more than happy to talk you through them. Bye for now.